Okay, after explaining you about theoretically about the for loops, the while loops and do while loops, I'm going to use C programming in order to explain to you about that one. So this one is you can click on new project. We're going to choose this one. Is gonna be in session number 3 or the loops. I'm gonna explain about all types of loops. Make sure it's a C project. Then click on OK. You're gonna copy the name of the project, go up, create new folder, paste the name of the project and open it. Then you're gonna save that project there. What you have done is just saving the project. Now we save also our main file inside that folder, save. And inside here we're going to um, explain about the first one is the for loops. Okay, so we're going to print out for loops demo. Okay. Then I'm gonna make a new line here for before writing. Now I'm gonna declare a counter into I. Then for the for loops, we're going to start with I equal to 0, I smaller than 3, and each time we're going to increase I by 1 by doing I plus plus. And this one, each time the loop is executed, I'm going to bring the number I, then create a new line. So this one is going to print number I, then create a new line. So in this case, for this one, it's going to give us the output of for loop demo first, then 0, 1, 2. And just to make sure you understood this one, I'm going to run this one by hand first before showing it to you. So when you come in this main method, you're going to run this statement. This one is a command, so it's not going to be executed. When you run this statement, mean for loop demo, so you are going to display for loops demo. Okay, it's going to display. Let's just assume this place is your screen. Okay, screen. So it's going to display for loop demo on the screen. Then it's going to declare variable I. So it's going to declare variable I. So inside the memory, there is a variable I over there. Then it's going to start the for loops. When the for loops first executed, it's going to execute the initial. It's going to execute the initial statement first, which is this statement. So it's going to assign I equal to 0, and this initial statement is going to be executed only once. Then you move to check the conditions I smaller than 3, I smaller than 3. This one is evaluated to be true. So this one evaluated to be true. This statement will be executed. And when this statement is executed, it's going to bring I inside here and create new line. And I right now is 0. So inside your output of the screen, you'll have 0 over here. Then similarly, when you finish this one, when you get back to your for loop, again, you don't get back to the I equal to 0 anymore. This one is initial statement, and it's going to be executed only once. So it's going to get back to the increment statement. So it's increase I equal to 1. I plus plus means I equal to I plus 1, or you add 1 to I. So this one, you're going to get I now equal to 1. After increasing 1, you're going to check the conditions statements, and this condition means 1 smaller than 3, and this one is evaluated to be true. Then if it's evaluated to be true, you can execute this statement and you display your I now is 1, so you're going to display 1. Then similarly, when you get back to the for loop, you get back to the increment, you increase your I equal to 2, and then it's going to get to the comparison statement. If 2 is smaller than 3, in this case, it's true. So this one is true. If it is true, you continue to execute this line and you display the I values. Okay, I values now is 2. Then when you come back, you're going to come back to the increment statement, and this one is gonna give you I equal to 3. And if I equal to 3, okay, if I equal to 3, you're going to get to the comparison statement smaller than 3. This one is evaluated as false because 3 equal to 3, not smaller than 3. So if it is false, the for loop is finished. So the final result you have is this one, 0, 1, 2. Now just to prove that, we're going to click on this button to compile and run. You'll see. So the for loops demo, this one is a slash n, not the backslash n. okay, for the new line. So if you execute this one, you'll see now the for loop there more than 0, 1, 2 as our result over here. Okay, as our result over here. Okay. That one is how the for loop works, and I'm going to demonstrate the way the while loops work as well. So this one is printf, this one is while loops demo slash n to make a new line. Then you're going to declare x over here, and you assign the value 0 for x, and y x is smaller than 3. Okay, you're going to print the values of x out. Okay, this one is the x, and this time you have to remember to increase the values of x each time you execute this. Otherwise, if you forget this one, and you execute, you'll see what goes on. Okay, you'll see. It keeps looping, and it keeps showing you 0, 0, 0 and never stops. Okay, why? Because x is equal to 0, and it's y 0 smaller than 3 is always true. So it's just keep coming back and keep displaying, then coming back and displaying the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 forever. So in this case, you have to remember to increase I by 1 each time. Okay, you can increase more than 1, but in this case we're going to. So now let's just again be patient and run this one by hands again before we executing, so that you will really understand what's going on for this one. So we're going to run these statements. Okay, so we're going to use, I'm going to use Paint to explain to you. So when you run this first statement, you're going to say it's going to display on the screen while loops demo. So you're going to display on the screen while loop demo. Okay, please, and it's create a new line. So let's assume this one is a screen, so it's going to display while loop demo and create a new line. Then it's going to execute this line of code, which is x equal to 0. So you're going to declare inside the memory a variable x. Okay, and you assign values 0 to that variable x. Then you run keep checking this condition and keep doing the loop. So if x is smaller than 3, this one is smaller than 3, it's evaluated to be true. If it is true, the code inside this while block going to be executed, and first thing you're going to display the x values here. Then x value currently is 0, so you're going to display 0 on the screen, and you create a new line. Then after displaying this one, you're going to execute this line of code, which x plus plus means you're going to increase values of x by 1. So this one you're going to have 1 over here, okay, 1 over here, okay, increase it to 1. Then you get back to the while loops here and you check the condition. 1 smaller than 3, okay, 1 smaller than 3 is evaluated to be true. This one is evaluated to be true, so you're going to execute this one. Then you're going to print x is 1, create a new line. Then you increase x by 1. Then you're going to get the values here is 2. Then you get back to the while loop, you check the condition first, and that 2 is smaller than 3 is evaluated to be true again. So you're going to get into the while loop and print this line, and you print number x, which is number 2. Then you execute this line, which is increase x by 1, so you get 3. Then you get back to the while loop. First, you change the condition, which is smaller than 3. This one is evaluated to be false. If it's false, you get out of the for loop. So the while loop demo, the result will be something like this. Okay. So if you execute this one now, and you'll see the while loop demo will be displayed, and the value is 0, 1, 2. Okay. The value is 0, 1, 2. And last kind of loop that you may use and not very often use, which is the do while loop. So we're gonna do printf. Okay, do while loop demo. Create a new line. Then for this one, I'm gonna declare a variable a equal to 0. Then you're going to do something first. This one, you're going to do something first. Then after doing that thing, you're gonna check why the values a still smaller than 3. You're gonna continue to do the loop and make sure that you don't forget the semicolons here. Okay, to end the do while loop statements here. For y And for you don't have to put the semicolon at the end, but for the do while you have to put the semicolon at the end. Otherwise, it's gonna be confused with a new while thing here. Now, and inside this one, I'm gonna do print. I'm gonna do print the values, and then create a new line. What values do I print? I'm gonna print the A values. And similar to this statement, you have to increase A to change the condition or change the result of this evaluation. Otherwise, it's gonna keep looping forever. So this one I'm gonna do A plus plus as well. Okay, and if you execute this statement, it's going to do first. Okay, it's gonna do the statement first before checking the condition. That one is the only difference between the do while and the while. Okay, the while is gonna check the condition first before starting executing this line of code, but this one will do the execution first, and it won't check the condition later. If the condition is true, it's continue to do. If it's evaluated to be false, it's gonna exit, and the result will be similar. It's gonna be display do while loops demo, and the result won't be 0, 1, 2. Okay, so if you execute this one, you'll see the result do while loop demo, and it's 0, 1, 0. Okay. And I think that's it for the while loops. Next part, I'm going to explain about the jump statements. Okay, bye bye.